In the beginning, it was extremely hard. There's days I wanted to leave and never come back.
We had a lot of teachers who would just go to their room, close their door, and do their job, and not communicate with others.
This is my 9th year, and when I came, it was a 3-ring circus. There were kids ran the school.
There was a feeling of mistrust for administration, which is very difficult to overcome because you have to prove yourself.
When Mrs. Grafton came, it was a whole different story, and I think we all kind of went,
That's true.
It's one less thing that I have to worry about. Now I can look at me.
The first couple of years I was here were very tough years for everybody that was here because it was a cultural change. We changed the culture here is what happened.
We had to look at our data and say, okay, where do we go from here?
I sat down with every staff member and went through my list of expectations, and the thing that I said was that every decision would be based on what is best for kids. The staff that is here today have all made the commitment that they will do what it takes. They've all made the commitment to work as a team, and they've all made the commitment to work together and do whatever it takes to make us the best that we can be. One of the commitments we also made is that the subjectivity is gone. Data is data. Everything is driven by data. There's no, well, because of this. No, the data is what speaks.
Overall, I'm pretty pleased with this.
If this percent of my class did not pass this skill, I can tell you why they didn't pass it. I can tell you what needs to be done, where the gap is in their learning, and all of us do that.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely.
Data is, it's just numbers. But there are reasons behind it, and we dig.
When we test their fluency weekly, we show them, okay, on a graph, you were here last week. Here's your goal by the middle of the year.
I want you to just keep slowly coming up.
When a kid comes back to me after taking his lost links and he's so upset because he got a 3 and he wanted to be a 5, but that's so powerful that he cares that much.
We're not only just an academic school, we're almost a social service agency also. We meet their social needs, their emotional needs, their physical needs. We help direct them to where they need to go.
We aren't afraid to make home visits to try to find out what's going on with the child from a home perspective.
And we visit every single family, and they were so happy to see us as Hispanic people. What do you want us to do for you? Tell me, well, I'll be there.
So we try to do a collaborative thing with the parent and the school and the child so that it equals the success for the children.
All grade levels have a collaboration set up weekly that the instructional coach attends with them, and they work on planning and curriculum. They look at the curriculum maps. You go over student data at those as well.
And it was the data that was driving it. It was becoming more and more apparent that staying in your room and shutting your door wasn't getting you where you needed to go.
We are constantly collaborating. Not an hour goes by that I'm not in my grade level partner's room asking a question, saying something, what are you doing? What do we do about this? We have to do this.
If I'm not on it each day, I'm not going to make the growth that I need to make. So that's why it has to happen constantly between the teachers.
I mean, to us, collaboration time, it's a laugh. It's really a laugh because we're doing it all the time.
We have a lot of internal capacity where everyone really helps teach one another.
We know that we can go to someone we deem to be an expert at something and say to them, I am struggling with this. I know that you are succeeding in this. Can I come observe you? And you know that you can trust that person, that won't be talked about in a negative manner.
Professional development was an integral, intensive part in the beginning just of what quality instruction was. We brought data in and started using data, started learning to disaggregate, started using data to guide instruction. The more proficient they became, the better decisions they could make. And then they could also start looking at themselves more honestly about where do I need to improve. But regardless of where we are now, we can still do better. We still have a lot of challenges ahead of us.
That's a good thing to be a part of. To know that when you come to work to succeed and to show children how to become successful.
For further information, please contact the National Staff Development Council. Brought to you by the School Improvement Network.